up, YouTube? Hope you're having an awesome day. Today, I want to cover how to make sales using 100% free advertising. If you were looking at getting into digital marketing or you've tried and you struggled in the past, one of the main things that people struggle with is getting traffic to their online business. So, I'm going to cover one of the strategies that I use to help me get consistent sales in my online business. My name is James Famba. I'm a father. I live in New York City. I got into digital marketing way back in 2014. I just always wanted to be my own boss, and I never had a lot of money to start an offline business like a restaurant or any of those things where you need a good amount of credit and a couple like thousands of dollars. I didn't come from that kind of background. My last regular 9 to 5, I made less than $2,000 a month. When that job went through budget cuts, it got so bad I had to sell some stuff on Craigslist. So I jumped into this field of digital marketing when I had nothing. I really had no one but my family supporting me, and I just stayed committed. So if I don't know where you are on your journey, because we're gonna get into strategies now, but building yourself up is not about anybody else's journey but your own. It's very important to know that because it's always a choice, all right? So I wanted to share an updated result of a member inside of our community using 100% free advertising, and the downside of both, the downside of paying for ads and the downside of free advertising. We keep it real over here, all right? So I want to show you this testimonial from a member in our community. Big congratulations, Christy. Check this out. This is what she's experiencing inside of the program that I'm sharing with you guys. So let's go to this. Check out Christy's testimonial in our win section just 1 hour ago, celebrating $55,500 in 14 months. Today, I'm celebrating having earned $55,500 in digital marketing since launching my business on August 8th, 2024. 5 is the number of grace. In the Bible, the number 5 represents the grace of God. And I can honestly say I've been walking in His grace every step of this journey. Every breakthrough, every lesson, and every success I've experienced belongs to Him. For those of you following my journey, you know it hasn't always been a bed of roses. But during the tough times, I did not give up. I have been consistently learning, growing, and adjusting when needed. Warning, long posts. Only continue reading if you're serious about growing your online business. Look, guys, this is a long post, but look, I'm going to read it because my audience does not have attention span. We make money because we can focus. In the last 14 months, I started strong, earning $15,500 my first month. And let me say this is not typical, all right? That early success came from having already built online relationships with my first customers on Facebook before I officially launched my business. 5 months later, after earning $33,500 on Facebook, I hit a wall. I went 11 weeks with zero income while pivoting from Facebook to TikTok. And yes, I was posting consistently during that time on Facebook, focusing on TikTok. I was building on TikTok from the ground up, developing the know, like, and trust factor with a completely new audience, and that takes time. She's saying everything that you guys need to hear. Some have asked me why I left Facebook and moved over to TikTok. 2 reasons. My warm market dried up, and I refused to resort to spammy tactics or slide into DMs to chase sales. Some potential customers questioned my results, assuming I only succeeded because my friends had purchased from me and they didn't see how they could have the same results. And that was a valid point. So I started fresh on TikTok, brand new, 0 account, 0 followers, 0 connections, and began again. Look, I didn't even start going live consistently until March 15th, but since then, I've made $22,000 from total strangers, and I have over 22,000 followers. Why am I sharing all these details? Because I want to be real with you about the true journey and faith and what action looks like. I'm not lucky for having made over $55,000 in my first 14 months. I'm coachable, committed, and consistent. This is not a get-rich-quick business, but you can succeed if you refuse to quit. If you're only posting once a day or only going live 3 to 4 times a week, you should not expect the same results as those who are posting 3 to 4 times daily and going live at the same time 6 to 7 days a week for at least an hour, sometimes 2. We work to earn our income. You see how she's going in? We work to earn our income. We take time to answer questions from potential customers. We keep learning and applying what we learn. That's the only reason we succeed. If you find yourself constantly comparing yourself to others or blaming the algorithm, stop. Be honest with yourself. How much time and energy are you truly giving your business? If you're not consistently working 2 to 3 hours a day, don't expect the income to roll in. This is not a get-rich-quick business. You've invested in training, but if all you've done is get your website and start posting videos and skip the deeper learning, it's time to get back in your training. I love her. This is all it's about right here. If you're an original Legacy Builder customer, you have 192 lessons inside your Kajabi. How many have you actually watched and implemented? Bars. How many of the social media trainings in our DGC classroom have you truly applied? The same ones taught by multiple 6-figure earners. Man, this cat is meowing so nasty over there. I know this might not be what you wanted to read today, but if you truly want to grow your business, treat it like a business, not a hobby. Friend, if you're not in that place right now where it feels hard,